Welcome to SQL Server 2008 Data Mining in PowerPivot, Demo 2 of 3. This slide shows the technology, SQL Server 2008 with the Excel 2010 and PowerPivot add-on. I have data already in my PowerPivot window, but the worksheet area is blank. I'll use a pivot table button to create a flattened pivot table for the purposes of data mining. The purpose of making this flattened table is to take the relational structure and prepare it for a specific data mining query. And note that if you have the source already in PowerPivot, you could make multiple flattened tables and do different analyses based on the same relational source. That point itself is one compelling advantage to use PowerPivot in conjunction with data mining, because PowerPivot will preserve the original relational structure for you. I'm selecting specific variables at this time, and I'm going to be focusing on promotions in this analysis, looking at perhaps the correlations between promotions and certain results from different resellers. In this analysis too, I will be filtering out the sales which do not have any applied promotions and keeping only the ones which have a named promotion, using those promotion types as categories for analysis. So see here, I'm showing here the columns that I'm choosing for this analysis. Sales amount's important, and here's where I'm deselecting those that have no discount. By selecting Control A, copy that pivot window and paste into another area. I could have used all the sales, and that would be a different analysis, and perhaps a second way to look at these results. I need to format it as a table to be able to do data mining, and once I do, the Analyze tab note is just to the right of data mining. Now it appears. I'm going to use a feature called Explore Data to look at the sum of sales amount, and this is a great data preview wizard. You'll notice that the sales are very skewed, a lot of them on the low end and some of them to the high end. If I use that button there that says Add New Column, note that a now new column pops up in the worksheet showing what bin those sales fell into. And I could use that as a category for data mining if I wanted to. I won't be in this case. Instead, there are many ways to deal with outliers. One way is to take the logarithm, and that's what I will do. I will apply the log formula to sales right in the spreadsheet, and it will fill for the entire table. Now when I explore, I'm going to look instead not at the sales, but I'm going to look at the log of the sales, and notice there is a more even distribution. There are other ways to achieve this effect. Some people choose to disregard outliers because they are not representative of their sample, they're not representative of their population. But in this case, I'm not going to remove any observations. I'm just going to take the observations as they are. In this case, I'm going to use the Estimate button here, which will apply decision trees. And note in this case, I am going for the column to analyze being log sales and not the sum of sales. And also I'm going to remove log sales from being an input column. So we have these other factors, and then we have log sales as the output. Log will keep the sales in the same order. I'm going to take the default values here. I'm going to change the name of the structure to a different name, and then I'll preserve that. Now I'm going to run it here. I'll remind you that the final worksheet is available at marktab.net. Right now I'm browsing the model. Browsing is only available when you're directly connected to the analysis services model. That will not be available if you look at this worksheet later. But you'll see some features here about the model, and you see these slide bars which show you how to navigate the screen for decision trees. That's the end of this presentation. You'll be able to download it from marktab.net.